I don't know about you, but I've always been intrigued by escape rooms. I've always wanted to go to one, but have never bothered following through with the idea. Using your brain to solve clues and puzzles is always something I have fun with. It seems like it would be an interesting and fun time, especially with a group of friends. I've played a bit of the video game Escape Academy and enjoyed my time playing it. It's a solid game and I'd recommend trying it out for yourself. Now an anime that focuses on escape rooms, you've got my attention. The anime X and Y isn't just about escape rooms. Now before you come at my throat saying, it's not an anime, it's a Donghua. Yeah, I'm aware of the technicality and I don't care. It's still animation, just made in China instead of Japan. X and Y has an interesting premise and I need a second season to answer so many different questions that I have. The plot of X and Y is like an escape room in itself. The viewer has to put the pieces of plot together to unlock the bigger picture. You need to pay attention to even the most subtle of clues to understand what is going on. It feels like a slice of life show, then it slaps you in the face with mystery, suspense, and even sprinkles in a few life-threatening moments. I was willing to read the manga, but unfortunately it's not fully translated, having only a couple of the chapters available currently, and those chapters have already been shown within the anime. So I need a season 2 from it, because there are so many things I need answered. First, let's summarize the story. One night, two business colleagues, Yushu and Ji, seek shelter from the rain and stumble across an escape room. Rumors have been circulating about this very place, with people claiming the owner is a practitioner of the dark arts, making gamers so bewitched by her beauty, ultimately ruining their lives. Yushu laughs it off since it sounds so ridiculous as they walk into the escape room wanting to try it out. It might have been a better idea to listen to your friend Yushu. The duo are met by the owner of the escape room X and Y, a beauty named Aiyou, who sets them up with an escape room, which they have an hour to solve. The game is a maze of eerie rooms with a very dark story that leaves an impression on both men. The impression was so deep that these vivid scenes even creep into their dreams. This affects Yushu far more, leaving him asking the question, am I too immersed? Strange things keep happening to Yushu. He experiences constant nightmares, has horrible luck, and even has people following him. Escape rooms keep popping up everywhere he is, in his room, at his workplace, and even in his dreams. Is he actually hallucinating these trippy moments, or did Aiyou place a hex on him? These situations feel very real to him, feeling pain and panicking for his own life when confronted with these absurd moments. Despite the dangerous situations he finds himself in, he remains relatively calm, showing his smarts in solving the escape rooms. It's probably the best part of the show, watching Yushu slowly solve these puzzles and seeing the overall layout of the escape rooms. Yushu wants to get to the bottom of these odd circumstances. He finds himself gravitating towards both X and Y and Aiyou, trying to figure out if she is truly evil. Between some of the uncanny abilities she possesses and the extremely well-made escape rooms, he begins to question whether she does possess supernatural powers. There are testimonials from other patrons that claim Aiyou has ruined their lives, and other people connected to her have gotten seriously injured lately, so maybe she is the devil as they claim. Unfortunately, there's no concrete evidence linking Aiyou as the person responsible. It's odd, he enjoys his time spent with her and is clearly romantically interested in Aiyou. She appears in Yushu's mind as this evil, maniacally laughing girl, but is she truly evil? These visions leave him hesitant, not committing to an answer if he believes Aiyou, which angers her. Most of the middle section of the show is spent humanizing her, since she really does seem like a devil at the beginning. I even started feeling bad for her because she's seen as evil by so many people, but it seems like all of the negativity surrounding her are just unfortunate coincidences. Eventually, his interest in her wanes and he moves on. Yushu changes his focus to an extremely nice female colleague, Yushi. However, during one late night shift, she is abducted and trapped inside of an escape room. Yushu and friends try their best to locate where she is. It's an interesting case for several reasons. First off, is Aiyou responsible for the kidnapping because she's jealous? Yushu initially believes that might be the case. Yushi did go to X and Y the day prior, further fueling suspicion. The abductor left clues behind, but never asked for a ransom, so there's some other reasoning as to why she was abducted. This adds even more tension since the kidnapper might want to kill Yushi, or has already. Finally, the oddest occurrence is the fact that Yushu dreams of the exact escape room she is trapped in, ultimately solving it himself. This helps him find her, but it leaves him with so many questions. The biggest one being, how did he dream of the exact same scenario Yushi was in? Towards the end of the season, we get a massive plot dump, which I thought could have been executed better. Many people around Yushu's life know him very well. As a matter of fact, they all attended the same college and co-founded the escape room interest group in it. Ji, Aiyou, and Aiyou's assistant Qingming were all great friends but are keeping a dark secret from Yushu. Even his parents are keeping this secret from him. We learn that Yushu was known as Yu Sheng before the accident that caused the scar on his head and resulted in his amnesia episodes. None of them are bringing up the past and are keeping a close eye on him, but for different reasons. In the past, Aiyou's father died in an escape room designed by Yushu, and it definitely seems like he had a motive in killing her father. Through all the various escape room stories told within X and Y, it looks like Aiyou's father was a terrible man, ultimately forcing Yushu to intervene. It seems like an angry Aiyou was the person who caused Yushu's scar on his head, pushing him down a flight of stairs, probably wanting to kill him. She knows the most about the incident. He claims that Aiyou's aim is to pay back Yushu for what he did. By setting up these escape rooms with stories familiar to him, she hopes to jog his memory. The middle section of the anime spent humanizing Aiyou is also spent with her subtly setting up traps to jog his memory. She wants to torture Yushu, making him remember the horrible things he did. Since he now has amnesia, you can say that he was let off easy, not having to deal with the ramifications of his decisions. Once Aiyou accomplishes this goal, my guess would be that she would finally kill Yushu to get back at him. X and Y leave so much unanswered, and I need answers. I have no clue who to believe. Did Yushu actually kill Aiyou's father? Did he do it purposefully, or was it just a coincidence? Does Aiyou want to kill Yushu, or is she trying to jog his memory because she doesn't have the full story of her father's death? Is there going to be a twist where Ji is actually the evil person that killed Aiyou's father, or is he actually a good friend trying to help out Yushu? Now, this section is largely speculation, me trying to guess what will happen in the future, as well as talking about what already happened. There's 100% some type of mental disorder going on with Yushu, besides the amnesia, but I think it's much more than that. Yushu spends the anime slowly gaining his memories back, but whenever he gets close to putting all of the pieces together, an amnesia episode occurs. I think there's a Jekyll and Hyde situation going on with Yushu, some type of split personality where sometimes the evil side of him pops out, resulting in various people getting hurt. I also have decent reasoning as to why I think that, and it comes from several of his hallucinations. Many of them can be brushed off, assuming that they came from his dreams, but one of the greatest examples from X and Y comes from two scenes that you wouldn't normally think about twice. In episode 6, you see Yushu help his father with a lock, and then the very next episode, episode 7, he sees the exact same lock in his room, which changed into one of those hallucination escape rooms. You wouldn't think twice about these two scenes, however, you dream of things you've seen before. After these scenes occur, Yushi gets abducted and Yushu eventually dreams of the exact same escape room scenario that she is in. It helps him figure out where she is, what type of situation she's in, and eventually helps him free her. How does he dream of the exact same scenario unless he is involved in it in some way? Yushu even has blisters on one of his feet, which could have been caused by acid burns he suffered setting up Yushi's escape room. I think there are two sides to Yushu. There's the nice and normal side which we are accustomed to seeing, and then there's his former self, Yu Sheng. The accident that caused his scar was probably because Aiyou in anger pushed him down the stairs. This resulted in a serious head injury, splitting the evil and good sides of Yushu. We usually see the good side of him, but the evil side sneaks out from time to time, committing these horrible acts. There's definitely more to the story between Aiyou and Yushu's relationship. I do think they were lovers. I think the evil side of him has been hurting anybody that hurts or disparages Aiyou. The evil Yushu abducted Yushi because he didn't want to betray the love he still has for Aiyou. I think he set up the trap that almost killed Wei and Lu, and he hospitalized the thugs attempting to annoy Aiyou earlier in the show. This evil side of Yushu is very protective of Aiyou, and if anything bad happens to her, he immediately takes action. These hallucination escape rooms he solves are part of his fractured psyche. Yushu keeps getting close to remembering his past, but any moments of realization are repeatedly followed by bouts of amnesia. Whenever he hallucinates these escape rooms is when the dark side of him takes over. I think the escape rooms he experiences are used as a catalyst to lock the evil side of him up, regaining control of his body. Yushu is battling his amnesia, which keeps preventing him from learning about his past. Every time a psychedelic scene is shown is when his amnesia is triggered. All of these escape rooms that he envisions are fake and are preventing him from uncovering the truth about his past. If I had to say how confident I am in this Jekyll and Hyde theory, I actually think I'm about 99% correct with this guess. If this were not to be the case, I fear that the story and show as a whole is going in the wrong direction going forward. and will provide some type of reasoning that isn't very satisfying or good. I'd say towards the middle of X and Y, it started getting slow, but to some extent it is necessary for the development of Aiyou, Yushu, and the story as a whole. We get to see what type of person Yushu is. Aiyou, viewed as a devil early on, shows a kinder, softer side, which up to this point can help fool the viewer. It seems like a romance arc, but it's not. She's trying to trigger memories of Yushu's past, one where they were apparently either very close or dating, and remind him of the horrible things he did in the past. I need a second season of X and Y because it was a good watch, and I want to know if I'm correct. I give X and Y a 6.75 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.